Hi friends, today I would like to comment on the great and luminous life of Adi Sankaracharya, one of the pioneers of Advaita Vedanta in the history of India. Many of the historians are of the view that he was born at Paladi in Kerala, whereas some other historians they are of the opinion that he was born either at Chidambaram or Kumbakonam in modern day Tamil Nadu. That is one of the disputable matters till now. The second disputable matter on his life is that whether he was lived in BC or AD, through his commentaries and through his writings, we can assume that probably he would have been lived in India during BC. It means around 2000 years back as a contemporary of Lord Buddha or just after Buddha. If he was lived in 7th century AD, then probably around 1300 years back. But we cannot support that idea or that view of the historians because many of the sages and great scholars who commented about the life of Adi Shankara, they found that he did not mention about caste or such a type of distinctions in his writings. Everybody knows that he was a propagator of Advaita Vedanta, which means body is to be perished and the soul shall remain as eternal. He was given commentaries for Vedas, Upanishads, Brahma Sutras, etc. Definitely, we can say that he was not lived in AD, whereas he was lived in BC, most probably. Actually, we don't have any historical traces of such things. Through his writings only, we can assume such things. One of his accounts, when he was in the Himalayas as a Parivrajaka, means as a sage, he got one intuition that his mother was supposed to be died. He came back to Kerala as he promised before becoming a sannyasi that whenever his mother wants to meet him, he would come. On his mother's deathbed, he came back to Kerala and he was given all the hospitalities and the care to his aging mother. And finally, after 22 days of his reaching, his mother passed away. During that time, the local satraps or the local scholars they were against the will of Adi Shankara that a sannyasi is not entitled to perform the last rites of the deceased person, whether it is mother, father, or whoever it is. But the revolutionary sannyasi Adi Shankara he revolted against this view of the local satraps and local people because his mother was everything for him. At a young age, his father passed away when he was a child. Actually, when his mother supported him to perform the Upanayana and all the ceremonies as per the legends. So, to fulfill the wishes of his mother, he performed the last rites and he took the ashes, holy ashes, to the Himalayas. And in the backside of Kedarnath, he disappeared. That is what the legend says. Actually, we don't have any concrete evidence on the life of Adi Shankara other than his writings and the four monasteries which were built by Adi Shankara as the eternal symbol of the great Indian civilization at the four corners of India. Still, those monasteries are there. Perhaps after his demise or passing away, the system, especially some people, they took over the legacy of Adi Shankara as he is the uh, representative of their own cult. And they started to uh, rule the entire system, especially the Indian civilizational aspects, as the followers of Adi Shankara. Actually, that has been ruined the entire India. During his lifetime, actually, he revived the entire civilizational values, I mean, Vedas, Upanishads, by giving the commentaries. But later on, his legacy was uh, hijacked by certain sections in the society. That's why still India is struggling due to those things. As we know that caste is a man made disaster, we must understand that fact also. And his contribution is that he propagated Advaita Vedanta, which means body is to be perished, whereas the soul shall remain as the eternal force. All the Advaita Vedantists still follow this tradition, and of course, arguments are there. We are supposed to, or we are bound to believe the stories about the great lives. Regarding the life of Adi Shankara, the great Adi Shankara, various stories are there. If we go through the contributions of Adi Shankara, especially through his writings, we can assume that probably he was lived in BC in India, and his greatest contribution was that soul is eternal, that is imperishable, whereas the body is to be perished. This is a great message of Adi Shankara, the man who unified the ancient India through his talent, genius, and spiritual power. Thank you. Thank you very much.